Okay, so we are starting my new series, and this is going to be a barber series, so I'm super excited. I have one of my favorite people in the entire industry. He's one of the best barbers in the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the podcast, Taylorcutz.
Make some noise, make some noise, make some noise. I appreciate that.
So a lot of times when I'm at shows, like a lot of barbers struggle with advancing themselves. Maybe they feel like stuck in a rut. Would you advise them that if people want to take their career to a next level as a barber, that they would have to move to a bigger city?
Well, yeah, you can't grow in a city where you grew up, because you've already accomplished everything and you grew up with people who were your friends and you were actually doing haircuts for free, just to get your skills up, and they're not going to go up on your prices because you're the only one who could give yourself a raise. And I feel like if you move up and leave your city, you will get the most love and the most support from strangers. And your best clientele are pretty much strangers, because I feel like family and friends, they'll support you, but they won't pay the price that you deserve.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
Yeah. So
how do you feel about barbers who charge under $50?
They gotta be new. If you're charging under $50, it's when I was new, I was doing it for a bag of chips and chocolate milk. I was in the bathroom in high school and just doing it for lunch. I didn't have any lunch money, so I'll just let me get some chips and then I'll give you a cut.
I used to do haircuts for an exchange of some Popeyes fried chicken.
That's luxury right there.
I was like, you bring me a 3-4 pack of chicken, and I got you on the cut.
Yeah. I never was into candy, so mine was just either chips. I like the sun chips, or even a bag of seeds and chocolate milk. And I think we have like these Danishes back then for brunch. Have like, let me get your Danish. I got you on a cut.
Oh, I miss those days. It was fun.
So I'm like, people
there was no
doing
stress.
I'm like, so people doing it for $50 now? Like, that was unheard of.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? $50? Yeah, nah. You got to be like fresh out of school and work into your apprentice or your license, and then you start going up from like 25, 30, 50, and then go all the way up.
Dude,
yeah, I wish I was having $50 when I started.
I feel like people still till this day are still upset. Like, I don't know if you read comments on TikTok, but people literally trip over anything over $50. Like, I don't even, like, they have no idea the level that you're on if they think that's a lot.
Oh man, I tell you, I don't have I just barely signed up for TikTok. I'm not really big on TikTok, and I don't read comments much, but I just feel like what people have to say don't have anything to do with your dreams. You know what I mean? You go for what you deserve. What you see in your mind. Everybody's talented. Even those people who are saying those wrong things, they want to get paid that much. I don't know where they work at, but for sure, if McDonald's say they'll give them $50, they'll take it. You can't get mad at that. You know what I mean? That's your dream. Be the first one to get $50 a cut, or $50 at McDonald's. Then tell your story. Everybody else is gonna be mad at you because you're the one getting paid $50. You know what I'm saying? Now, how does that feel?
That's a fact. That's a fact. So say, you get all these different requests, I'm sure, from social. I mean, promoting ourselves these days is so much more different than back in the day. I remember making coupons that I would print out of a computer and throw it into people's mailbox. Now all we got to do is
swipe.
Take a nice little photo, video with our phones, put it up, and you just never know where it travels. Like, I pull literally all my clients from Instagram. So if there was ever a case and somebody came in with like super long hair, different than what I've seen that you do online, would you take it and still attempt to do it, or would you pass that on to someone that could do it?
I'm not afraid of challenge. First of all, I will never say no to a client.
I love that.
Okay, so the reason why I say that is because if I know I can't do it and I know it's going to cost me time, I charge up. I make them tell me no. I probably have never seen a haircut like they trying to get, but I know it's going to take my time for me to perfect it
and figure it out.
that it's not just a regular fade or a taper, you know what I mean? So it's going to cost me more time to do this, so I charge up and let them tell me no.
That's an interesting perspective. Facts. I like that. For myself, you know, it's a hit or miss, because sometimes it's too long, like long women's hair, and I'm like, I get nervous, and I would probably pass that on. But it's very cool to hear your what you would do. Facts. Because I think that's the only way we learn, right? You got to make those mistakes. Okay, do you still make mistakes as a barber?
Absolutely. I made mistakes all the time. Sometimes, you know, a good barber can know how to fix his mistake. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, oh, I'm putting a patch on somebody's head. You know what I mean? It's just more of like, you make mistakes on maybe going a little too high on a line, or maybe trying to like even it out on the left or the right side. And then that's why I use my camera a lot. I use my phone. I'll bring out my phone and I'll record straight dead on from the middle and try to see if the camera pick up something that my eyes has missed, because our eyes is tricky sometimes. We don't even know which side is better. So the camera never lies. So I use that to fix my mistakes. So I record all my haircuts as a receipt of like, I did not fuck up. Here's proof.
You know, and I remember having this conversation with you because you told me you save photos and you actually study them. So how you can fix it the next time, or how to make it better. And you've always done this from the beginning. From the beginning.
Since I ever had Snapchat. I used Snapchat back then a lot. And I don't use Snapchat anymore now. I don't know.
So you must have the highest storage on your iPhone, right?
Oh my God. I buy new phones every year. I have all the iPhones since day one. So I have
since the first one.
12 iPhones.
Wow.
Yes. And so when I buy a new phone, I don't transfer all the old photos and videos into.
Start fresh.
I start fresh. I don't have an iCloud. I don't put nothing on. Nope. I have so much storage and so much stuff that I've never posted. Just because I see my own mistake, you know, but nobody else will see it.
Of course.
But sometimes those are the ones that are like the highest views and likes. And it's like, yo, y'all didn't see that? That's crazy. I totally messed his hair up. But, you know, it looks cool. But if you really like look and you be like, oh, wait, hold up. Yo, there's a line right there. Or maybe that's a red spot, you know, sensitive skin. So when I have sensitive skin on my clients, it's either I don't see it right away. And then when I study it at night, I'm like, oh, I can't post this. You know what I mean? Because that's just not worth it.
And I think too, that's another thing that some people may not understand, is that there's clients that are so sensitive, just a touch to the metal of the trimmers or clippers and they turn red or they welt up. Because sometimes I'm like, is it my tool? But I'm like, no, I know certain people that are like that. And even if you're careful, the skin just reacts.
That's true, because I feel like if the client is new and you don't know it, I mean, you actually got to study the head first. Like you said, you just tap them or like give them like a nice line on a mid fade, and then they're already ready. You're like, oh my God, like, yo, breathe. You want some water?
Yeah, you know, you can't post it.
Cool down a little bit. I can't post that.
You can't post it because you know everybody be coming for you.
Yeah, bro. You know, so it's like, yo, your clippers are too sharp. I'm like, nah, man, because I use my own clippers in my face, and I don't, you know, I mean, it's hard for me to turn red, but you know. If I ever turn red, that's just blood.
Oh man. Okay, so what about, I know you're a very particular barber. I watched you work online and in person a little bit. I have yet to watch you do a full cut, and I'm very interested in watching that. So I know we get to do that today.
Oh, for sure.
I can't wait. You're very meticulous about your details, and that's something I really appreciate watching you, because barbering is so much detail work, and that's just another elevation of it. And I feel like you've taken something as simple as barbering and you've made it into a very successful career. And you're showcasing that there is another side to getting it cleaner so that you can attract better clientele, higher paying clientele, which helps you probably free up some time to do other things that you want to also do in your free time.
Right.
If you're tied down to the chair all day, every day, it's like, where do you have time to grow in other aspects?
Exactly.
So one of the things I wanted to ask you is, when it comes to enhancements, how do you truly feel about it?
Truly feel? Well, some people need enhancements. Some people don't. Now, the only thing I have a problem is the people who don't need enhancements should not get enhancement. What is the point? You got a full head like Drake. You don't have a receding hairline. Your beard is full. You know what I mean? I've worked with numerous people that use enhancements. I'm OG. You know what I'm saying? I turned 35 in end of July. You know, so it's like I've been in the barbershop for 25 years since I was 10. You know, and I've never seen enhancements with other peers that I've worked with until I moved to LA. And then it's like everybody's using enhancements, and I guess deep down in the South, in Atlanta and Texas, like everybody's using the enhancements. Where did that come from? Like who brought this out? You know what I'm saying? Like it's not healthy. You know, it's a work of art, but in a barber industry, we want to see some good, clear work. Shower, clean your face. Let's see how you maintain the beard line, the hairline, the fade. A lot of people, I mean, the paint, it just sometimes I'll see people's hairline pushed back and they just painting the skin to give them that box, cereal box hairline. And I'm like, that is not barbering. Like, what? People hit me up to get enhancements cut, and I said, bro, I don't use enhancements. They're like, nah, for real? It's like, nah, I've never used it in my life. Like,
so there is not even anything in your space right now that has anything to do with that. We could turn the camera right now to go look at my space. There's nothing. I've never, not even Crayolas, not even crayons, nothing. It's incredible.
I use water.
If you guys have never seen Taylor's work, you need to go on his page because it's so good. It looks enhanced. And I can't say that I've ever seen anybody's work look like that. Like the way you're able to contrast lines to make it look very full and dense is amazing.
It takes a lot of work, and that's what people are lacking, you know? The reason why I charge my price is because I take my time and I make it look like it's fake, you know? Like it's stamped on you, but it's your hair.
Has there ever been a situation, this has happened to me a couple times, where, you know, they're coming down to paying for their cut and they're short money? What happens next?
My clients are never short money.
Never.
Before they even sit in my chair, the money is out their account.
Oh, so they pay before they get here.
Before. It's like McDonald's, you pay before you get your fries.
Dang, that's a good system.
Yeah, nah, my system don't play.
Man, this one dude, he's like, oh, I gotta go get my debit card. I gotta go run to the car real quick. And I'm like, yeah, for sure, you know, go for it. I didn't take a driver's license or anything like that. Dude left the door, never came back.
Wow. This happened at when I worked for Elegance. I think it happened to John and it happened to Wester. And the guy was like, oh, let me run to my car. It's like, oh man, I left my wallet in the car. Let me go downstairs real quick. And then boom, he was gone. He never came back up. And we were like, oh, he just got. But I was charging like $100, maybe $150, you know? To me, it's never happened. It's either now in my system is you have to book online and you pay online. Some people try to use like a fake credit card and so it won't work. And I'm like, oh, well, I booked for a haircut at 2:00. And I'm like, well, your card, there's no money in your card, so you can't get a haircut from me. They're like, oh, okay, all right. Well, I just hit you up next week.
Okay,
like,
nice. No, I mean, that's going to be the way to avoid it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Now there's barbers that do charge $100. If somebody charges more, does that say that haircut is going to be worth that price?
I'll tell you a funny story. I don't know if I've told you the story before, but I felt like I've told a lot of people because I was very happy about that. Working at Elegance, there was 5 of us that was in there. There was me, John, Wester, Matt, A-Rod, and I think it was MP that was there. And so there's this guy, this white dude came in there with a long ponytail. He looked like Matthew McConaughey. Pulled up to the shop and he was just like, yeah, I'm looking for a haircut. He has his girlfriend on his left hand side and I'm looking for a haircut, and it was a Saturday like around 5:00. We were kind of dead. Everybody was just chilling, talking inside, and then we were all just sitting right next to each other, just laughing about things, playing pool and playing dominoes. And yes, I need a haircut. Who's good in here? Everybody was like, well, who do you want? We're all good. And he goes, okay, well, how much do you charge? John was like, oh, I charge $150. And they asked Matt, how much you charge? Matt was like, I charge $125. Wester, how much you charge? Wester was like, I charge $200. And then A-Rod, how much you charge? A-Rod was like, I charge $250. Taylor, how much you charge? I said, I charge $350. He said, I'm gonna go with you. There's a reason why you charge this much, and I wanna. And I'm like, everybody looked at me like, what? He didn't even get the cheapest guy. He wanted the most expensive.
Interesting,
yeah. And he came down and we did a little transformation video, cut the ponytail off, and he was looking like Robin Thicke at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that video hit like 2.5 million views, and people were like, "Yo, that's crazy!" And
I love that.
He kept coming every 2 weeks, twice a month, and had no problem. He gave me an extra $50 tip. So it was like, ever since then, I feel like the last person that gives me the most money sets my new price for. I want those kind of people around me. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to recycle my clients. If I've cut your hair before, I blessed you already. That's once, and that's good. You come back if you want to, but I just want to let you know there's good haircuts without enhancements that I could change your life. And I've gotten a lot of people that told me that, like, oh man, it's not just your haircut that's so good. Like, I feel safe with you. Like, to me, I got goosebumps because I'm like, I've never gotten a compliment like that before in my life. Like, they feel safe. Okay. All right.
Hey, that's a good feeling.
That's a good feeling.
That's a good compliment. That means the energy is right.
Oh my God. I've never gotten, even when I had girlfriends, they never said they feel safe with me. Like, I just felt like, why did you say that? They're like, man, I just feel comfortable. I feel safe. Like, they go to every other barber, they just feel like they're not safe or something. Like, like their neck is gonna be bumped up. They're gonna cut their neck. Like, I just feel safe.
That's amazing.
I was like, wow. I started looking in the mirror like, I got a safe face.
You got friendly face.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, cool.
No, thinking about that though, like you attract certain type of clients by sometimes the price point. Yeah. I mean, think about it for yourself. If I go shopping for food, I'm looking for the top reviews. I'm looking for the $3 or the $4 marks because the food is going to be clean and not infested with some crazy stuff in the restaurant. You're looking for that grade A, right?
Straight up.
And that is a huge thing that I do realize when I started going to higher price points. It wasn't the fact that they're looking always for a best clean cut. They're looking for a price range because they know the price range comes with higher expectations.
Facts.
And so the craziest thing was, I remember charging, this was back when I was charging 75. I jumped up from $50 and I was like, anytime you go through a new price point, I get nervous because it's that first time of saying that new price. So I was like, I would avoid eye contact and they're like, yo, how much? And I'm like, $75, 75.
Yo.
I can't even look them in the eye. It takes me a couple rounds, right? And the first time I do it, I'm like, damn, this guy's gonna be asking for a drop fade, lineup, this and that. And he's like, let me get a 2 all over, block everything off. Maybe a little 1/2 inch off the top. That's it. Just a little messy, low spike cut.
Right.
And I was mind blown. Like, these are the $75 clients. This is insane. They just want to feel safe. They want to be able to go to you and not be like, how's my hair look? Like they're calm, they're collected. They know you're there to be a professional, and that's what they're paying for. They're paying for that experience. That's
a good one right there. That is a good one. I've always said, like, I went to a bike store to buy a bike during the pandemic, and because gyms were closed, and I like to stay in shape. I like to work out. I don't know, it's in my blood. But I went to a bike store and there was all these cheap bikes, like $200, $300. I'm like, they look like crackhead bikes to me. Like, you'll see Debo on these bikes. Like, I mean, Debo is not no crackhead, but you know what I'm saying? Like, those cheap bikes. And then I looked at this one and I was just like, how much is that right there? The guy was like, it's $9,000. I said, $9,000? He goes, well, you can't even buy this because this kind of bike is fixed to fit your height, the length of your arm, and the length of your legs, so that way it doesn't hurt you after you've done like 20-30 miles on it, and it's a road bike. So I'm like, so it's called Trek? And they said, yeah, and we have to get your fittings. It's built for you. You can't even walk out the store with this bike. They have to make it and order it for you, and the pedals, everything is just different on the bike. So I said, sign me up. Like, I'm intrigued to have my own bike built for me. I'm not getting taller.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is gonna last me forever. You know what I mean? So it's like, the way he told me that, I felt comfortable because I'm like, there's nobody else that has that bike, you know? So I feel the same way. So I bought the bike. It took me 3 months for the bike to come in. So I feel the same way about giving people a haircut. I make the haircut fit you, you know? They call me Taylorcutz. So I'm a tailor in the hair industry. It's just like if you get a suit, you go to a tailor to get it fitted. It fits you and your body, and you know, nobody else can rock your suit because they don't fit that way. So that's how I feel with a tailored cut.
Nice. I like that. That is a cool $9,000 for a bike.
Yeah.
But it fits you. So you have the bike.
I don't get no back aches, no butt aches, no leg aches, nothing.
And that's the one that I see you riding during the pandemic.
Yep.
Wow. I did not know.
Yeah, it's pricey.
So it's different than any other bike you've ever had.
I'm really not a biker. I grew up as a skater. I thought I was gonna be in X Games, the second black.
Can you still do backflips and ollies and all that?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time. I'm 35 now. You have to make me break my leg or something.
Oh shit!
I could still ride. I have skateboards around, but I won't dare to do any tricks.
Okay. Okay. When you were on your journey of like kind of branching out from the more normalized price points in a barbershop, you know, 20, 25 bucks, how did you know that you should charge more? Like, was there like a trigger point for you or something clients were saying to you? Like, how did you think in your mind, especially because I feel like you're one of the leading people in the industry that is able to take their price points to a higher place? Like, what are those triggers that took you from regular shop prices to the journey of where you are now?
Well, one of the things I'll say is me having to be having dreams. I wanted my dream to not necessarily come fast, but to arrive soon, to be on its way. And for me, I did the math. When I used to live in Modesto, California, or I lived in the Bay Area, I just felt like I was stagnant with just the amount I was making every year, and I just felt like I couldn't grow anymore. And if I want something, I have to be the change. And I got frustrated one time. I was in Elegance 2015, and I'm just like, I think the CEO Jay Nori, shouts out to my boy, appreciate all the love. He told me he wants me to go because I was charging $50, and back then 2015 was kind of a little bit too much, and I'm like, I was charging $50 back home in the Bay, in Modesto or Turlock, and he said he wants me to start charging $40, and I got frustrated with him. I'm like, yo, I left a cheap place where I was paying $700 for a 2-bedroom to come over here for $2,500 for a 2-bedroom, and you want me to charge less? He's like, yeah, this whole place will be filled. I want to work less and charge more. That's not the goal here. So I told him like, yo, I am not. So just because of that, I'm going $100 a haircut. 2015.
So you just made the big jump.
I got frustrated.
Wait, so the jump was from 20 to 100?
No, it was from 40 to 100.
Okay.
He wanted me to start charging $40 so we have the whole place filled up with clients. But I'm like, no, that's not what I came here for. I've been charging $40-$50. You know, I'm not gonna do that and come here. My rent is 3 times as high, so I gotta go 3 times more. I really want to go 150, but I'm like, yo, let me just pause and just go 100 real quick. So I did. I told him that. He goes, all right, my guy, good luck. That's what he told me. Good luck. I said, oh, I'm about to get this. Oh, man, I went on a hustle spree. Like, I switched up my business card. I turned it into metal, and I started passing it out. I had maybe 100 business card. I passed out like 25. Because only special people. I'm not just going to give out a gold medal card to just regular people that's not going to come over and sit on my chair. You know, I started giving it out. I ran into Big Baby. I ran into a bunch of celebrities that I just like started passing out the cards. Like, oh, this your card? I'm definitely coming to get you. How much you charge? 100. Oh, for real? I bet. You know, and then it was that easy. So I switched up the people that I hung out with, and I didn't want to recycle my $40 clients, $50 guys. They'll call me and beg me like, yo, I ain't got the bread. I was like, yo, when you get it, I'm always going to be here. I'm here 7 days a week. I'm always here for you. You know, so for me to switch that mindset of me just staying stagnant with that price, I was fearless. Mm-hmm. And it took me just a little frustration for me to kind of get to the part where I really want to be, and I didn't want to recycle my client.
Wow, I like that. That was cool. Do you feel like our community, as far as the barbering community, is more supportive in the West Coast than it is in the East Coast?
Yeah, I say so. I mean, I feel like East Coast is a lot of shops like in every block, and they like
competitive, like more competitive.
Yeah, but it's like a lot of barber beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? We all in the same. You know, you're not getting a trophy just being the best shop. Who's giving y'all trophies? It's not like it's a football game where you got to fight each states to try to get to the trophy.
Yeah, it makes me kind of sad because I remember going to Florida and I was doing a guest spot, so I was just working in their shop, and I'm watching these guys, amazing cuts, amazing beard work. I'm like, what do you guys charge here? $15. I'm like, why? And for the beard, only $2 more. Wow. For the whole thing. And they said, well, we can't go higher because the guy literally down the street will do it for less, and they provide the same type of work. And I'm like, that's crazy that you guys just don't combine teams and strategy and like try to elevate that area.
Right.
But I'm like, wow, that's the mindset that I remember. And this is like maybe 7 years ago, so hopefully it's different now, but I remember hearing that and I'm like, that's wild to me.
Yeah, I definitely can't do that. For $2 more, what's that $2 gonna do?
$2 more. And for me, I don't know about you, but I cut slow already. Yeah. I know you cut a little bit slow too.
Yeah.
A beard is its own service. It takes me just as much time. Like it's not like an extra 5 or 10 minutes. I'm like, yo, I got to do a whole nother thing over there.
Right. I charge $150 to line up your eyebrows.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to be precise. Every hair counts. You cut one hair off, your eyebrows look thin. So it's like you have to be precise with that. So I'm not counting people's pockets. I just know my work ethic, and I know that I would not fuck up. That's why I'm charging you this price, because I'm good with the pullback method. So if you like sneeze or like you move your head,
I'm
boom.
a cat reflex. Boom, it's crazy.
Right. I'm pulling back real fast. So it's like I've already done my mess up in my life. I've done my fuck ups, and I've learned from those. Like, oh man, you can tell when somebody has to do something because they pull back a little bit, or they just like want to tell you to stop. So some people don't even do that.
I feel that. Okay, out of every day in your life, everybody always knows this answer. What is the most haircuts you've done in one shift?
In one shift, like back in the day?
Yeah, everything included. The most you've ever cut.
Probably 22.
How many heads? 22 heads.
22 heads in one day.
Damn.
I didn't get done till like 2 in the morning. I started at 10
a.m. to 2 in the morning.
Well, there was a break. You know, have some lunch, kick back, wait for people. But then I had people that will come from the club, and I'm still at the shop. See what I mean? They're watching TV, wait for somebody, sweeping, clean up my clippers, sharpen it up. And then I still have people came from after the club got out, and then boom.
To a haircut.
So 22 heads is the most I've done in one day. I regret it. I won't do it again.
Yeah. I think for me it was 17, and that is a 9 to 9 shift with no lunch, no breakfast, no dinner, late dinner.
We're used to that shit.
Yeah.
We're used to that.
Yeah. That's why when it comes to trade shows, like there's moments you really do miss lunch, and I'm able to push through it because we're just, I don't know, it's kind of probably really bad for our health, but I know it's something that we're probably all used to.
Right. It is very bad. We don't have no health care. You know what I mean? That's why I tell people to charge up, because once you get sick, you need some money. You need money. Like, you don't do anything else. You're not working for a corporate. You know what I mean? Like, you have to charge what your health is. You know what I'm saying? Like, give yourself time. I go to the gym. I got a membership, $75 a month. My clients are helping me pay for that. I have to be able to sustain this long hours, or even stand straight with a straight spine on your back, and just be able to, last long on a haircut, because there's this thing called carpal tunnel. I don't know if you ever get it, but sometimes
I used to feel it when I was working at a high volume shop. Ooh. I don't feel it anymore. Yeah. Thank God, because I was nervous. I'm like, I don't know how long I'm actually gonna last.
Right.
I'm gonna just slow it down a little bit more.
Slow it down a little bit. That's why I charge a little bit more, because it's like I started to feel like my hand was automatically shaped as a clipper. And I'm like, yo, why is my hand just like this? And you start massaging it, and I've gone to massage therapists, and they're trying to like squeeze everything and make me feel better about my hand. But all that costs money. I'm not gonna be able to spend that much if I'm cutting hair for $50. No way. No way. When I was young, it was cool. That was good money. But as you get older, you want to grow with your age.
And you want to be able to last. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You don't want to have your job kill you. What type of change would you want to see in the barber industry?
No barber beef.
No barber beef.
I want a lot more collaborations. I want people to experience and give out, free, I don't want to say free haircuts, but just collab. Teach the world and how to be a natural barber. Less enhancements. Use enhancements for people who actually maybe like they have all gray beard, or they want to just keep it dark. Okay, that's cool. But I've seen kids with enhancements. When I say kids, I'm talking about 5-year-olds. Those are kids. They're putting a fake beard on them. Yeah, it's cool. You see that? I was like, yeah, it looks cool, but bro, you're putting chemicals on people's face. Oh, it's organic. Stop saying that. Stop making it a cool thing, and learn to just cut and just be clean. Be OCD with it. I want to see more people not use enhancements. I charge this much because I don't use enhancements. You know what I mean? Like, I know for sure somebody across the street is going to use enhancements, and if you go over there, but if you come to me, I got to take my time. You get a 35, 45 minute haircut across the street with enhancements, but with me, it's going to be an hour and a half for sure with no enhancements. It's going to last way longer. I guarantee you. I stand behind my product.
The Taylorcutz. How many years you been cutting now?
25.
25 years. Okay. Yeah. At any point, did you feel burnt out? Like you were like, this is
I wouldn't say burnt out. I would just say I'm tired of the circle. I just feel like if you want to move on and not cut too much, raise your price. You know what I'm saying? It gives you time for you to go out to the gym. It gives you time to spend time with your family. It gives you time to edit your videos. It gives you time to work on things that you've been putting away for a long time. It just gives you more time, and you can't pay for that. You know what I mean? Time is priceless. You could get 22 haircuts in one day, but you're not gonna be able to showcase anything because you've just been cutting all day without even putting anything. Especially in this day and age where social media is pretty much where you get mostly all your clients. You can get word of mouth, but they got to see your stuff. So your own commercial. So I definitely, if somebody told me, oh, well, let's go to this restaurant, I'm like, they got pictures? Exactly. I need to see the food because I don't know what that is. I could order that and it'll just bring me 3 shrimp and for like $80.
I'm always a picture person. I'm looking at Yelp. I'm looking at the photos. I can't. The reading, it doesn't show me enough.
I'm so embarrassing that if there's no pictures, I will walk around a restaurant to see people's
what
food.
People are eating.
Hey, what you get? That was fire. Oh, what? They ain't got no pictures, but let me get what you get. I'm that kind of guy.
It reminded me of a funny story. So this was the time my girlfriend was about to get her first tattoo ever, right? And then I'm like, my guy's not available. Let's go down to, I can't remember the street, somewhere near Melrose, where all the LA shops are. And I'm like, we're looking for someone, I don't remember the shop. I'm like, we're looking for someone that can do scripts. She just wants a nice little quote. And the guy says, oh yeah, we have, anybody can do that. And I'm like, really? Because anybody. I have enough work to understand that fine line work is not that easy. Because if you have a shaky hand, that's going to show up.
Yeah.
And so he's like, oh yeah, everybody could do that. And I'm like, okay, you got pictures? And he's like, no, we don't got pictures, but the guy that I would say is, he did Megan Fox's tattoo on her side. Look that up on Google. Okay. And I'm like, how do I know that he actually did that one?
Right? Yeah.
And I was just so mind blown. I'm like, how do y'all not have photos? That's how I would judge it. I'm like, I am not gonna get a tattoo by anybody that I haven't already seen their work, or at least a referral by somebody else.
Right.
Okay, last and final question. This one's a fun one.
Keep the question going, girl. Keep it going.
We got one last one. If you were to build a team of barbers, and it could be anybody, and you have up to 5. 5. Who are you choosing?
You.
Okay.
I ain't even got to think about that. I'll give you the first chair as you walk in. There's you. There's Bestest Barber. There's Matt. There is, I'd say A-Rod.
Okay.
But I don't think he's got his own thing going.
If he was though.
Yeah. I'll put A-Rod and definitely Victorino.
Perfect.
Yes.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for being on this short little podcast. I mean, I don't even know if it was short. It might have been a good length of time, but thank you. I feel honored. Again, first one, I get Taylorcutz. So
I'm honored to be the first one in your podcast. It's very humbling, and I feel like I answered all these questions to my knowledge and my best ability. So
awesome. Yeah. I appreciate you, bro. Anytime you want to come back, I'm more than happy to bring you back on and get some updates of whatever you're up to. I know Taylor's working on a couple projects of himself, so I'm excited. Okay, and go ahead and plug yourself. Let me plug yourself with your social media handle. How people can find you.
My social media handle is Taylorcutz1, Taylorcutz, number 1.
And what about if anybody wants education from you? How do they find that schedule?
If you want education from me, you could definitely find me at Taylorcutz LLC, and you could just hit my DM, and my business director would respond ASAP, and we could get that going.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you. And we're out.